Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you guys my Gimmick Puppet deck profile for April 2014. This is a really fun deck, and the main purpose of this deck is to get out rank 8 Exceed monsters very quickly. And with the release of Premium Gold, we now have a more playable version of the deck, so I'll go ahead and show you guys my build. So let's go ahead and get started. I run 3 Gimmick Puppet Dreary Doll. This is the main Gimmick Puppet of the deck. It's the quickest card to get out your Exceed monsters. Her effect is, in the graveyard, you could banish a Gimmick Puppet to special summon her to the field. Just really quick play. The main focus is you want to get as many Gimmick Puppets in the graveyard as possible fast to set up her plays. The only thing about her, you can only use her for Gimmick Puppet Exceed summons. But that's not really a problem with cards like number 15, number 40, and number 88. It makes it really easy to use her as a material. And I also run 3 Gimmick Puppet Magnet Doll. Pretty much a Cyber Dragon for the Gimmick Puppets. When your opponent controls a monster and all you have are Gimmick Puppets, you could special summon this card from your hand to the field. So after you get Dreary Doll's effect off, she's the only Gimmick Puppet on the field. You can special summon this card pretty much instantaneously and go for the Exceed summon right from there. I also run 2 Gimmick Puppet Humpty Dumpty. I just like the card for its special summon effect. When you normal or special summon this card, you can special summon 1 Gimmick Puppet monster from your hand. You can only use the effect once per turn. You could either get out the big heavy monsters, like let's say you have this card stuck in your hand, or Dreary Doll with no ways to special summon it. Humpty Dumpty helps with those plays. And you can use other cards like Egghead for rank 4 Exceed summons with the Humpty Dumpty, because the biggest concern is you don't want to leave it out on the field since it only has 0 attack points and it'll be a target for big monsters, so it'll take a lot of damage from that. So you want to avoid that if possible. I also run 2 Gimmick Puppet Eggheads. He's the Gimmick Puppet with the highest attack, and he also helps get off a lot of different plays. Like I said, the big effect you want to get off is getting the Gimmick Puppet monsters into the graveyard to get those effects off that way. Egghead helps in that situation with his discard effect, and after you discard a Gimmick Puppet, you can either make this card a level 8 for those rank summons, or inflict 800 damage to your opponent. If you need that last minute cowboy possibly at the end of the game, Egghead really helps. Also run 2 Gimmick Puppet Scissor Arms. This card really just helps with the graveyard play. When it's normal summon, you could send 1 Gimmick Puppet monster from your deck to the graveyard. Send the Dreary Doll so you can quickly get off her effect in that method. I also run 1 Gimmick Puppet Gear Changer. Only like running 1, pretty much just for the level adjusting effect this card has. It can't be special summoned from the deck, but once per turn you can target 1 Gimmick Puppet monster you control except this card. This card's level becomes the level of that monster. So this card can adjust to any Exceed monster that you need be. Plus I also run 2 Machina Cannon. Like I said, very easy to special summon with this deck. Just discarding a machine type gives you a level 8 on the field really quickly. And 2 Mystic Tomato. Mystic Tomato really can search out a lot of things in this deck. Even if it were to just be destroyed by an opponent's battle, or if I were to ram it myself, I can get Magnet Doll, Dreary Doll, anything besides Egghead or Gear Changer that are dark monsters, Mystic Tomato can search out. And I also run 1 Dark Arm Dragon. Very easy to get this card out because you can adjust the graveyard amount with Dreary Doll. Get off different special summons, and he's just that extra push that this deck really needs. And 1 Gen XLI Birdman. The reason I like Birdman is because with Star Eater as a card now, it is very easy to get off synchro plays. Let's say I have Gimmick Puppet Humpty Dumpty on the field. I use Humpty Dumpty's effect to special summon Magnet Doll, and now I can pick pretty much, if I have Birdman in my hand, what level synchro I want to get off. I could return the Humpty Dumpty to do a level 11, or I could return the Magnet Doll to do a level 7. Black Rose or Star Eater, whichever one the situation calls for. That is it for monsters. We'll move on to spells. 3 Junk Puppet. Its effect is target a Gimmick Puppet monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can only activate 1 Junk Puppet per turn. I like this card pretty much because it does not specify an effect monster or an Exceed monster. So if I wanted to, I could get the extra material for an Exceed summon, or I could just straight up get a past Exceed monster that I use, like let's say number 40, and have a 3,000 attack point monster on the field ready to go. Very nice card in the deck. Definitely got to run 3. And I also run 2 of the new Rank Up card, Rank Up Magic Argent Chaos Force. This card was pretty much made exactly for the Gimmick Puppets. You can get out their Chaos versions of number 15, 40, or 88, which are much more offensive for play styles. C15 and C40 all work around your opponent's plays, their special summons, having face-up cards, and then the Chaos versions go on the offense. They destroy the cards, they inflict damage to your opponent. Definitely what the deck needs, just a little more offense, and Chaos Force brings that offense. I also run 2 trade-ins just for draw power. Discard a level 8, draw 2 cards. I can get Dreary Doll in the graveyard, get 2 draws off. Very good card. 1 Inferno Reckless summon. I should probably run more, just hard to come by the card. Hasn't been printed too much, but I still like running the card at 1. It's really hard to adjust cards in the deck, but when I summon Dreary Doll, Inferno Reckless summon allows me to get as many copies of her out, and any other Gimmick Puppet that the situation calls for. Very nice card in the deck. 1 Allure of Darkness, just for the easy draws. 1 Foolish Burial for graveyard setup. 1 Dark Hole, and 2 MST for staple. For traps, 1 Escape from the Dark Dimension, pretty much a Call the Haunted for dark monsters. For banish cards with Dreary Doll, pretty much a given that I'll always have something to special summon. 3 Threatening Roar, pretty much because all the Gimmick Puppet monsters do have low attack points. If I want to protect something like Humpty Dumpty or Gear Changer, Threatening Roar really helps. Same for 2 Mirror Force, 1 Torrential, and 1 Bottomless for staple. Now on to the extra deck. I run 1 Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder. Just helps against special summon plays. Like I said, he's also the target for the rank up for C15. 2 number 40. This is probably the card I go into the most. It's got 3,000 attack points. The Chaos version is incredible. Blows up anything with string counters, so if I use Gimmick Puppet of strings, then go Chaos form, he blows up all the cards that have strings, pretty much clearing up the field so he can attack. 1 number 88. I like this card, but it's of the 3 the one I go into the least, just because I don't want to risk it. I like the win condition effect it has, really makes my opponent gotta get over this card. Very fun card to play, definitely. For the rank ups, I play 1 C15, great card, very offensive against the opponent. 2 C40s, like I was saying before, that's the reason I run 2 number 40s, just so I always have a chance to go in this guy, if possible. 1 C88, this is the card that is the better win condition between 88 and C88. Just easier to get off the win condition. It's got 3,500 attack points, pretty difficult to get over. Plus I also run 1 Neo Galaxy Eyes, 1 Heliopolis, 1 Googly Eyes, 1 Felgran, 1 Gear Gigant for the Humpty Dumpty and the Egghead Exceeds, and 1 Star Eater, and 1 Black Rose Dragon for the Gen X Allied Birdman plays. So yeah, that's it for the deck. Hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.